Yo, what's going on? Hello everybody. Yeah, okay, I've already said that bit. On your screen right now is some FIFA 8 to be actually specific, and this is pretty much because it's different. And I know that actually there is a sort of community built on FIFA, but I'm not part of it, and I probably don't intend to be either. I'm not incredibly talented at the game, don't have much to show off. As you'll see in a minute, this is on amateur because as with many other single player games, I just play to have fun. I don't really want to play it competitively, or at least like difficult on single player at least. If I ever got my Xbox working, I would play it on multiplayer, maybe, possibly. And I guess, well, yeah, I do sometimes play it with some other people, against other people, when my friends have it, or when we're round at mates or whatever, blah blah blah, you know what I mean. And in those instances, I'm not half bad. I managed to pull some magic out the works here and there, but not very often. But it's good fun, I guess. It's a good like group game, as opposed to like, I don't know, Call of Duty. I just don't see that much as a good game for like 4 or 5 people, because you can never get into a rhythm for it and things like that. It just gets annoying, and games are usually too long to just say a game each. But yeah, this is one of the games from my manager mode first season with Chelsea. I ended up winning everything because it's on amateur. I had a goal difference of like over 100. Drogba scored over 50 goals. Shevchenko was on like 40 something. So we did pretty big work. Both of them got into the top. Okay, this is quite loud. Okay, right. Both of them got into the top like 11 as the 2 strikers. Nobody else got in the team. Even the Czech kept the most clean sheets in the league, in the whole year, with over 40. I did concede some goals, I'm sorry. But whatever, that's how it goes for me. And this is just a random game from the middle of the season. I'm now with Barcelona because I don't know why, but I decided to go to Barcelona instead. So, not much to say, really. Game sort of speaks for itself. Pretty simple. I made a couple of transfers to the team. Got Sergio Ramos, Vicente and a couple of other people I think, but nothing too special. Shortened the team down a lot to cut on wages because I was making a loss, and then I didn't realise that you could actually just upgrade the stadium loads and it would get you a lot more money than it was before. I thought it was only a minimal increase for the amount of money that you paid in, but no, it actually gets you something, quite a big difference as well. So that should be good fun to get used to. But yeah, FIFA is just one of those games that I happen to go on to sometimes if I'm looking for a break and I can't be bothered to concentrate on Oblivion or something. I just play FIFA because it's pretty easy, and you can get quite a bit done in a small amount of time. This is a 15-minute game, well, 15 minutes altogether, because you know I mess around loads in the menus and stuff. But I think games usually for me about 10 minutes, because I do 4-minute halves, which is the shortest you can get on 08. I don't know about any other games, but that's just how it goes for me. Other FIFA games, I had a FIFA 04 and FIFA 05, and that was it. FIFA, sports games in general, I used to have them a lot when I was younger, but not so much anymore. FIFA 04 was on my PlayStation 1 with, yeah, I pretty much would change all the team to strikers and then run and score goals because it was quite easy. Roberto Carlos, if I remember correctly, was the best player on the game with 7 speed and 7 shooting, and he was the only guy that had those stats. And yeah, I used to know, because you had like a whole, like you had to have a minimum amount of players. I would just go and find like some amazing players, fill up the team with most of them, and then buy really cheap players as well. But yeah, that's how it went down. FIFA 05 I played a lot of time on because that was one of my main games with my PS2. Not a lot really happened on it though. I just did the same sort of manager thing and got a team up from the bottom league up to the, I think I got Cambridge up to the Premiership with a half decent team. They had like Eto and stuff. Oof, that was unlucky. That was terrible. Never mind. What else are we going to talk about? Okay, so other sports games when I was growing up, mainly rugby games. I was really into rugby games. I had FIFA, no, not FIFA, God, Rugby 05 and Rugby 08, and I'd say that Rugby 08 is probably one of my favourite games. Along with like Jack 3, I played loads on Jack 3. That was a really good game. I knew that game quite well as well. I really like the concept of it, the whole like wilderness, barren wastelands bit, and then this city in an industrial place. But that was a pretty good fun game. That was with all the gun upgrades and everything. That was good stuff. I still sort of vaguely remember them. The red one was like a shotgun. The yellow one was a machine gun. The purple one was a nuke. When you fully upgraded it, it shot like a mini nuke and blew everything away. And then the blue one was like, was it like homing? I don't know if anyone's played it and can remember that much. I can't actually remember it. I remember the yellow one, when you upgraded it fully, you could shoot it into the air, and then it would just have like an auto turret which would just kill everything. You shot like an auto turret up. The red one, when you upgraded it, was like a massive ass shotgun, but I can vaguely remember that one. I can't remember the blue one though. I think that was just like a sort of another rifle thing that had I have a feeling it had homing on it, but I don't know. I might be wrong. And then all the cars were quite cool. We had that garage area with all the massive cars and stuff. That was good as well. Yeah, I like it. That's coming back now actually. But anyway, what was I going on about? So games, sports games, rugby games. That was it. Hello. Rugby 05 was one that I was really into. Obviously because it was like the main rugby game I had, and it was pretty similar to 04. I mean, one of the letdowns to the rugby series on the old consoles was that the stats never got updated. On 05, because I put so much time into it, I knew a lot of players' stats. On 08, which was the other one and the last one they released actually for the PlayStation 2. I don't know if they released it for any of the consoles. I think they probably did. But but the stats were the same for players who were, you know, 3 or 4 years older, which isn't actually true, obviously. But it was a shame that they didn't put enough time into that game to develop it properly, and they haven't developed one since. They've got 2 in the works this year. There's a World Cup based game in light of the Rugby World Cup this year, which, if you didn't know, is happening. I believe it's in New Zealand. Should be quite interesting. And also there's a Rugby Challenge game, which as far as I see is mainly focused on the Southern Hemisphere teams, the Tri-Nations teams, the Super 14 teams, things like that. So I don't know how that will go down with the Northern Hemisphere clubs, well, players, fans, clubs, things like that. I think they either have like a licensing issue or they haven't developed that side of it yet, but the game's coming out later this year. I'd expect they need to work on it a bit. But yeah, that's just me. I think I might pick both of them up, maybe give them both a try, probably rent one of them and pick up the other one. We'll see how things go, but I'm really hoping that they develop those games, make them smooth, hopefully. You know, not a little bit. There was a little bit of glitch and what's going on? Why is my aim stopped working? What's going on? Okay. Are you sorted out again, computer? Okay. I think that's okay. No, maybe not. Yeah, no. It's all glitchy. Oh well. Anyway, I think that's alright. Last 20-30 seconds have been a bit weird. All I want them to do with this new game is just develop it, make it smooth, make the character models accurate, because some people look really stupid, and also get the squads and names right. There was a few players that were missing or didn't have the right names. Finally, stats need to be accurate. Stats need to be accurate, and stats need to be accurate, because if they're not, it just makes a bad game if you've got an incredibly overpowered team of people who are like superhuman and obviously aren't that good. But I think it would be quite good if they made the game a bit like FIFA, you know, like the whole manager mode with rugby. I'd actually put more time into that, because I'm much more a fan of rugby than I am football, by quite a bit as well. Ooh, bugger. Okay, so what else was I actually going to talk about today? Oh, I've put a lot of time into this already. I didn't even mean to waste that much time, but you know what I mean. At least fill the commentary up. A good update actually, though, it's just come into my head. Yesterday I finally ordered my PC. My new PC thing that I was talking about came to a little bit over £1,000, so it should be in theory a very good computer, but because I've got it built on a website, it did put a couple of £100 on, so realistically it's probably about £700 to £800, but it does include a monitor and all the peripherals stuff. I don't know if I said that right, but yeah, I've got like all that stuff sorted out. I've got some Razer stuff that's supposed to be quite good. I did need to buy a mouse mat from somewhere. We'll get around to that another day. It's going to be a couple of weeks before it arrives, but of course after it arrives probably will be a lapse in content for about a week maybe. And also depending on when it arrives, I'm also going off, as I mentioned before, with some friends on a holiday sort of thing for a week, so it might be a couple of weeks before I get anything up again. We'll just see how it goes, but that is of course where I disappear to if I do. But yeah, I have to thank Brian and Warnoob, or Brian is TrueScopes and Warnoob is Warnoob. There isn't really much else to say. If you don't know who Warnoob is, you should. He's got the biggest channel EU. Why is my laptop so? This is why I need a new computer. It's lagging doing a commentary, which is pretty horrendous if you ask me. It really shouldn't take that much effort from my computer to do this, but whatever. Can't win. What else was I going to say? So I'll throw all the stuff in the description. Links, no, not links. Specs wise, it's a pretty strong build, I'd say, and from the advice I've got from a lot of people, including those two, among many others, it should be quite good. Yeah.
Even though they're already in the lead. Well, he has missed it, but I don't blame him. The pressure on him from the defenders was immense. We are going to see.
Okay, so I was just sorting something out for my dad just then. That's why I lapsed to speak whatsoever. That is pretty much it. In all fairness, guys, give me some games I need to buy on PC. I've had a list of recommendations from a few people already, but I'm still not completely sure what I'm supposed to be doing. And also recording stuff and software and stuff and settings and things like that, and links to places I can download things like Sony Vegas 9 and stuff, or whatever people use on PC, because I need all of this stuff to be sorted out. So I'll probably put a video up again later on asking about that from you guys, but anything you think will be helpful or worth knowing or anything like that, definitely get in touch with me, tell me about it. I probably would enjoy knowing about it. So that's actually pretty much it. There isn't really going to be much else I can say. So I'm just going to end it here, and you can either watch the end of the game or go away and do something else, which I'd usually do when people stop talking. So I need to stop talking. Okay, goodbye. Hope you're all having a good time. And oh shit, yeah, exams finished last week. I think they went alright. Actually, about out of 10, I'd say maybe a 7 or an 8. I'm pretty confident they went okay. I know I messed up a couple of my exams a little bit, like parts of them, like a question or two, and then yeah, overall I think I did pretty well on them. So yeah, I'm a free man for the next couple of weeks. Well, not a couple of weeks, about 6 or 8 weeks of summer. Apart from the fact that he should have scored. Apart from the fact that I'm now working for my dad for the next rest of summer, but I am getting paid a nice amount for my work. But it is proper work, honest. Okay, I'm stopping sounding like an idiot. I was supposed to leave you guys like a minute ago. Goodbye.
You don't often, as a manager, sit back and watch your team play this well. Almost faultless, I would say. Until next time, from Andy Gray and myself, Marvin Tyler, a very goodbye to you all. I'm in pure thought. Show us the money! Was the call of the night, but no money could have bought even a piece of the pride. There might have been a sea of people I don't know, because all I could see was that this woman, she glows so why. It's a pleasure to meet you. You look like one incredible creature. Wanna treat